We're in Maine, about to cross the border into New Hampshire, into the White Mountains. This is one of my favorite parts of America. I love the White Mountains in New Hampshire. And looking forward to this ride. We'll ride down past Mount Washington and south all the way to Massachusetts and then into Connecticut. Cutting back and forth, going the long way when we can for some interesting roads. There is a road, I don't remember the name of it right now, that is out of the way. It's like northwest, but we're gonna take it because there's lots of twisties and it looks fun. So we're gonna do it. But I love this ride. I love this area. And I'm just coming back from Nova Scotia, Canada, which was amazing. And I don't think I'll have a video to post about it because I was so into riding there and being there that I kind of missed the opportunity to make some videos, make good videos. I have some video, if I can put it together I will, but man, it is awesome up there in Nova Scotia. That place is a dream. So beautiful. Hey, but this ain't bad, is it? This ain't bad at all. I took the ferry back from Digby, Nova Scotia, took it across to St. John, New Brunswick yesterday. I got myself a lobster poutine on the ferry, which was awesome. It was really, really good. And then I rode from St. John yesterday to West Bethel, Maine. It's a long day, but it was a good ride. Nice ride. Rained last night and this morning. I got my rain gear on. I don't know if it's gonna rain again, but I am prepared for it if it does. I thought we might get a little wetness up here in the mountains. So I just crossed into New Hampshire. I had the state welcome sign there with their motto, live free or die, which is a good motto. I feel like a lot of folks don't want to live free any longer. They don't want to forfeit their freedom. Someone else take care of them, make the decisions for them. Well, we got a little rain. Just calm down. I'm driving through this national forest here and I'm thinking to myself, thinking about Bigfoot. This feels like Bigfoot would like to live here. And I'm thinking about no one ever seeing Bigfoot. Now, I've lived in New England for half my life, most of my life, a long time. I've lived in New England. I've also lived in Canada, in Quebec, a short time in Nova Scotia, in Ontario. I've lived in wild places in North America, in rural places. And I've driven through rural places a lot for my whole life. And I tell you, I've hardly ever seen a moose. When I was a little kid, when I was in kindergarten, I saw a moose. I was living in Vermont, and a moose got into a farmer's field and got trapped, or was living with the cows, maybe by choice, and I saw that moose. And then one time in my 20s, I was driving through New Brunswick, and I just saw the ass end of a moose, like at midnight, on the Trans-Canada Highway as it was dodging into the woods. Those are the only two times my whole life that where I've seen moose. You always hear about moose. You hear about there's, you know, hundreds of thousands of moose in the area, and you hardly ever see them. Now, I'm kind of comparing that to Bigfoot, the lack of sightings of Bigfoot. Now, you wouldn't think that Bigfoot populations are anywhere near the population of moose. Hundreds of thousands, millions of moose. Maybe there's 1,000 Bigfoot, a few hundred, I don't know. But you would imagine it's a small population. So the likelihood of them being seen is pretty low, if they exist. Pretty freaking low. I'm not surprised. They could exist and we just never see them. It could be some North American ape out there. We just don't see them. I wouldn't be surprised, because you just don't see moose. There's tons of moose. You don't see them. There's moose here. I bet you we're not going to see one today. I'd love to see a moose, but I bet you we're not going to see one today. I don't know. I was just thinking about Bigfoot. Thinking that he could be here, but we're not going to see him. It's pretty wild here, but you know, when I was driving through New Brunswick the other day, man, now New Brunswick is wild. It is just forest. Just forest. And you know, Quebec even more so. Quebec is pretty populated down by the American border, but you get up into northern Quebec, man, there's nothing. Just trees. Trees and lakes and moose and bear, maybe Bigfoot. I love this riding. I love this kind of riding. In the mountains, in the weather. This is awesome. I got my, you know, full face helmet on. Got my rain gear on. I'm good. I'm good. I'm insulated from this, man. I get to experience this weather, this environment, and I don't need to pull off. I don't need to wait it out. Love it. Wish there was a little less traffic here, but it's a busy road. It's a popular place. I think when we shoot off on that detour out of the way road, it'll be a little less busy because it's out of the way. This road goes right to Mount Washington, which is the destination for a lot of folks. I want to go a little bit slow here just because the road might be a little slick from oil and whatnot. I think it just started raining in this area. I kind of do want to pull off at some point here just to check out the river that runs along this road. Check out some river rocks. I was giving Canada a hard time for having rough roads, but this is much better. Ooh, bumpy. Love these big sheer walls. So cool. In a bit of a traffic jam here, but it's all right. We're moving. Still no moose or Bigfoot or bear. Just the mountains, the road, and the rain. But it's nice. I like it. I've been just lost in my thoughts, just thinking about life and what I want to do with the rest of my life. Just thinking about stuff.